Hello, everyone. Today, I want to dive deep into a topic that resonates with so many of us. What is my true value? What purpose do I serve in this vast world? Questions like these often haunt us. Do I have any unique talents? Am I contributing to others? Why was I even born? Does my existence matter? These doubts can feel overwhelming, but today, we'll explore the answers through the lens of the universal law. Let's begin by considering something simple, a wild plant growing by the roadside. At first glance, it might seem insignificant, but if we observe closely, we'll notice that this plant is constantly contributing. Its leaves absorb sunlight for photosynthesis, and its roots stabilize the soil, preventing erosion and retaining moisture underground. This plant isn't trying to prove its worth or compete with others. It simply exists, embracing its role in the ecosystem. The plant doesn't wish to become a tulip, a bird, or an insect. It fulfills its purpose by being exactly what it is. Similarly, every human being is part of a larger interconnected system. Our mere existence influences and supports others, often in ways we cannot see or measure. Let's explore how this universal law applies to us. Imagine the roles we play within a family. Whether you're a spouse, a parent, or a child, you contribute to the fabric of that family. Even if you live apart, your presence impacts others in subtle but meaningful ways. The universal law dictates that every individual has a unique role and purpose in their given environment. In a workplace, too, each person has a role. Whether you're a manager, an employee, or a new team member, you are present for a reason. The universal law ensures that the people gathered in a space are meant to interact and fulfill specific roles. Sometimes we might question our assigned roles. We wonder, why am I stuck with these responsibilities? Why am I here, of all places? But according to the universal law, these roles are not random. Each one of us is precisely where we need to be to contribute to the greater harmony of the universe. To live authentically and peacefully, we must embrace the roles we're given. This means performing our responsibilities, whether at home, work, or in society, to the best of our ability. But it also means honoring our emotions. If you feel joy, sadness, or frustration, allow yourself to fully experience those feelings without suppression. Why is it so important to embrace our emotions? Because the universal law uses them to guide us toward our true purpose. If we ignore or repress these feelings, we stray further from the path of authentic living. For example, suppressing sadness or pain may prevent you from understanding your needs or making necessary changes in your life. Let's address a common struggle: guilt over perceived failures. You might think, I wasn't a good enough parent. I missed my child's school event because of work. I couldn't provide the things I wanted for them. But the truth is, whatever you did in that moment was the best you could do within your given circumstances. The universal law doesn't measure your worth by successes or failures. Instead, it acknowledges the effort you put into fulfilling your role to the best of your ability. Even when things don't go as planned, your presence and intentions create ripple effects that contribute to the greater good. This brings us to a key point. Comparison undermines our self-worth. It's natural to admire others' talents or achievements, but when we wish to become someone else, we deny our unique value. A wild plant doesn't try to mimic a tulip or a tree. It flourishes in its own way. Similarly, you don't need to excel at everything. In fact, your weaknesses often complement someone else's strengths. Perhaps you're not great at math, but someone else is. Conversely, you might excel in communication, which others struggle with. By focusing on your own strengths and embracing your limitations, you contribute to the balance of the universe. The concept of roles can also be understood as boundaries. Each of us has limits, things we can and cannot do. These boundaries are not a flaw. They're an integral part of the universal law. A CEO has different responsibilities than an employee, just as a parent has different responsibilities than a child. Overstepping or neglecting these roles disrupts the harmony of life. Understanding and respecting your role within the universal law allows you to live with greater peace and clarity. It reminds us that our value isn't tied to how much we achieve or how perfectly we perform, but simply to our existence and the authenticity with which we live. If you ever feel inadequate or unworthy, consider this. Even the wildest weed has its purpose. It stabilizes the soil, absorbs sunlight, and supports other life forms. Similarly, you are inherently valuable just as you are. You don't need to become someone else or achieve monumental feats to justify your existence. Instead, focus on what you can do here and now. Perform your current role to the best of your ability and allow yourself to fully experience your emotions, whether they are joyful or painful. By doing so, you align yourself with the universal law, which will guide you toward a more fulfilling and authentic life. In conclusion, your worth is not determined by external achievements or comparisons. It is defined by your ability to embrace your role and live authentically in harmony with the universal law. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be and that your presence, no matter how small it may seem, contributes to the greater whole. Thank you for joining me in exploring this profound topic. If this resonated with you, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, you are enough, just as you are. See you next time.